fantasy, like I said at the earliest. What's up guys, I hope you guys are doing well. My name is Max, and today's video I wanted to make a video about like kind of like showcasing you guys like a wish list that I have of like a specific clothing item that I have in mind right now. So I know that for last video was really like a music oriented video, like I talked like really like specifically about music with my friend Alan, but I wanted to kind of like get back to the whole like fashion thing. Like I have a lot of interest in music, but like I kind of want this channel to be like more about like fashion, because this is kind of like what I'm studying right now, and also it's kind of like what I really want to make a career in. So I kind of like wanted to share my interest in fashion, but at the same time like I have a big interest in music. So I'm not sure if you guys enjoyed the whole like music video. Like I might do more in the future, and like I've had like people like letting me know that they actually like really enjoyed the video, and they like the fact that like I was able to kind of like expand my knowledge outside of like fashion itself. For the clothing item that I have on my list, they're not all gonna be on the more like affordable side. I kind of, just to put you guys into context, we're kind of like in a fantasy world right now where like money is not like really a problem. So you guys are going to see like in that wish list, like there are some items that are going to get like pretty steep when it comes to like the price point, but it's not really about like the price point of like the items. It's really about like just what I'm really into right now. So it's kind of like a way for me to kind of like show you guys like what I'm into right now when it comes to kind of like clothing in general. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and here we go. So for the first item on the list, it's actually like not a clothing item. It's actually like I'm really into like collecting like vinyls right now. So I actually like I really want that like Frank Ocean Blonde vinyl. The official version that released was actually only on Black Friday on his like official website, which is I think like blonded.co, something like that. And it's actually only like in black and white. Like if you actually see like a fully like colored record like vinyl, it's fake for sure. Like I'm not saying like it's not a bad thing, like honestly like it's still pretty cool to have, but like it just shows you like how like exclusive like that vinyl is. I've tried to look myself to see to actually like purchase one, and like people are like reselling them for like $2,000, $3,000, which is like honestly really insane. Like Blonde is actually like my favorite album of all time, so this is kind of like why I'm like really into that album. But like honestly like $2-3 for vinyl, like I'll pass. Like honestly, I'll just listen to the music on my phone on Spotify, and then I'll just keep it going. Alright, so I know I said I didn't want to get like back into the whole like music thing, because I did like a full like hour video like on music. This is kind of like really something I really wanted to specify. So okay, I promise like I'm not gonna get back into the whole music thing, but like Blonde is actually like one of my favorite albums of all time, so I had to like put it on my wish list. So for the next item on my wish list is actually another vinyl. It's called Kiss Land by The Weeknd. Okay, no, I'm gonna get like really like into the like clothing items. So yeah, like here you go, like clothing item. There you go. So for the very first item that I have on my wish list right now is the Visvim Skagway Low sneakers. And what I really like about those shoes is that like it's pretty much like they took like a classic, the Converse Chuck Taylor, and then they kind of like reworked it with like better materials. Also like the sole is kind of like elevated, so it kind of like gives me like more height. Like I've always wanted to say that like I'm 6 foot tall, but with these that pair of sneakers I can officially say that I'm like 6 foot tall. The one thing that I actually like don't like with like Converse Chuck Taylors is that like they're really like slim and narrow. So like when I wear like a wider pair of pants, like it doesn't like look right on me for some reason. Like I don't know why. So that's kind of like why I wanted to go with like the Visvim Skagway Low. It's more of like a chunkier silhouette. And also there's another pair of shoes that I could consider as well that kind of like looks like a Converse as well. It's like a sneaker from Maison Mihara Yasuhiro, and it's actually like I'm not sure like the name of the sneaker, but I'll put the picture on the screen right now. It's pretty much like pretty much the same as a Converse Chuck Taylor with like elevated material and everything. I think there's like a cork sole as well inside, but you can see like the detail on the sole. It's kind of like a melted sole, and you can actually like kind of like see the outsole from like the profile. And what I really like is the fact that like it's kind of like taking like a classic, a Chuck Taylor, and they kind of like make it like a little bit like more chunky. So I think it looks a little bit better with like wider pants. So for the second item, actually I should say third item on my wish list right now, it's another pair of sneakers. It's actually the Comme des garçons Air Force One mid, and the cream one to be more specific. I'll put a picture right now. And what I really like about those shoes is that like the Air Force One is honestly like one of the greatest sneakers of all time when it comes to silhouette. Honestly, like it fits perfectly with my body type because I'm more of a like bulky person. So like I need to have like a chunkier pair of sneakers to make it like fit the proportion right on me. The only thing that like I'm kind of like iffy like on the Air Force One is I kind of feel that like the white and white Air Force One are kind of like plain, and like I could get the one with like the colors and everything, but like usually like to me like Air Force One is kind of like something I can wear every day, so I don't want to kind of have like way too many colors on the shoe. I don't want to have to think about like what I'm wearing with the Air Force One. Like to me, a white and white Air Force One is really a shoe that I could just like wear whatever, put the shoes on and like go out with my day. But like what I like about the Comme des garçons Air Force One, like there's like actually like a lot of detail, a lot of panels and everything, so it makes it look like more than just like a regular pair of Air Force One. And also I'm really into like that cream colorway, kind of like I kind of like feel less guilty about like getting them like dirty. Like I actually don't like when like my shoes are like white and white like crispy. I always like to kind of like beat them up a little bit. Like what I did with my like older pair of Air Force One, like I actually like purposely like wore them to a concert and they got like super dirty, and then afterward I just like cleaned them up and they kind of like had like that cream like colorways. Alright, so for the next item on the list right now, it's not like a specific item, but it's really like just like an elevated like pair of like black leather boots. Like I have them right here. Like I've been wearing the Doc Martens. I think they're the 1461. These are the all black. Basically, like I've been actually like wearing them like quite a lot. Like I've had them for about like I want to say a good like 4 years, and honestly like I've kept them in good condition. Honestly, there's like a few creases like here and there, but honestly like they're still in good condition. But I feel that like I'm ready to kind of like take the next step when it comes to black boots. Like I at first when I purchased those Doc Martens, like I didn't know, like I wanted to experiment with like something outside of like sneakers, and I was not like ready to actually invest a lot of money in a good like solid pair of boots. I'm not saying that those Doc Martens are not good, but like they're a good like entry boot, and I feel that like where I am right now, I'm kind of like in the point where I'm ready to kind of like take the next step and kind of like take those like essential like items that I have in my closet and just like elevate them one by one as much as possible. So I did a little bit of research actually, and right now I'm kind of like contemplating like I saw like I like a lot of like and millimeter boots. Like there's two specific pair that I actually saw. There's like one with like the zip in the front, which is actually really nice because like the boot with like laces, like they're cool and all, but like it's not like really convenient when you're actually like in a hurry and you have to kind of like go out of the house quick. Like the fact that like there's actually like a zipper in the front is actually pretty convenient, really easy in and out. And also there's another pair with actually like the laces in the front, which is like kind of like similar to like the Doc Martens, but I think they have like a chunkier sole, which I think is pretty cool because like in the winter I like to wear like a lot of like wider silhouettes, and like in the winter like in Montreal like it gets pretty cold, so we all have to wear like a winter jacket which is pretty like big. So like if you have like a pair of boots that is like too slim, it's not gonna look right with the proportion. Like I know there's like a lot of like Guidi boots that are really cool that I'm really into honestly, but I don't feel like I can wear them during the winter, not because they're not like good quality or anything, but just because the fact that like it's really like a slimmer boot, and I feel that like you kind of have to have like a slimmer like body type to wear them in my opinion. I feel that like me as like a more like stocky person, it wouldn't look that good on me. And to add to that, I could also say the same thing for like an all black pair of derbies. Like right now I'm wearing like these derbies right here. I've had them for about like a year, I want to say. These are the I think they call these Soliver Gibson derby, which honestly they're really good. Like I know that there's like the Doc Marten 1460, which is like pretty much the same, and actually like Soliver, actually no, it's called NPS. I think they're actually the factory in England that used to produce Doc Martens like before the 1990s, I believe, something like that. And like you can see the difference between like these like Soliver and an actual pair of Doc Martens. Like the leather is a little bit more stiff, but it's actually because it's a thicker cut of leather. And like honestly I want to kind of like get like a better like pair of like derbies, because like I don't want to like, cause I love sneakers and everything, but like I don't want to get to kind of like a business meeting wearing like sneakers. Like if I want to be taken more seriously, I feel that like I really want to have like a all black pair of derbies that I can wear like all year long. And I feel that like for men's, like I think it's an essential to have like at least a black pair of boots and also a all black like leather pair of like derbies. Like this is essential for me because like if you have to kind of like go like somewhere it's a little bit more serious, like you don't want to be the one wearing like all white Air Force One with like with a suit or anything. So like I feel that like a black pair of derbies. It's something that you can wear. You can dress it down, like wear it casually in the street, and you can also like dress it up with like something like a blazer or like a suit or anything. So for the next item that I have on my list is actually a vintage military flight jacket, a olive one to be more specific. I feel that like a few years ago, around like 2016, like people used to wear a lot of like black bomber jackets and with like kind of like a black skinny jeans and whatever sneakers, and it kind of like gives it that kind of like 2016 like fuckboy look kind of, which like I still own like an all black bomber jacket, but I feel that like this year in 2022, I feel that like bomber jackets are kind of like coming back. I'm not saying that they got out of style, but like they got associated a lot with like the whole like fuckboy look. So I feel that like people kind of like shied away from like a bomber jacket, but I feel that like with a military flight jacket, like an olive one, it kind of like gives you kind of like that military vibe, which is like really fits really into the whole like Americana that like people are really into right now, and I'm also into myself. They usually go for around like $100 or something, so it's not bad. Honestly, I would buy one online, but I feel like I like it better when I actually go to the thrift store myself and actually try it on before buying, because like when you buy them online, you're not really sure if it's gonna fit right on you or anything, and also like it's still like $100 something, so like it's not cheap. And also I know that there's like a lot of like designers that like to kind of like take those like vintage like military like flight jacket and then kind of like rework them for like their own aesthetics. So like pretty much like I'm not gonna spend like $1,000 on a bomber jacket. Like I might as well just get like the vintage one, which is like the actual inspiration to like those like bomber jackets. So for the next item that I have on my list right now is actually a vintage French Troy jacket. I'm gonna put a picture on the screen right now, and what I really like about like Troy jackets is that like they look actually really good on me, and like I've actually purchased a Naked and Famous like all black like Troy jacket, and I've been wearing it like quite a lot actually recently. So I like the fact that like it's kind of like a thinner material, so you can actually wear them like under like a winter jacket, and then like once you like go to a friend's place, you take off the jacket and you actually have the Troy jacket. And also I realized that like by looking at my closet, like I have a lot of like jackets, but like they're all like darker colors, so I kind of like want to like expand a little bit when it comes to kind of like the like color scheme that I have in my closet. Like I want to have like a few of those like pieces where I kind of get a little bit more attention, I want to say. And for the very last item on the wish list is actually like it's not like specific, but like it's any like vintage like wrestling t-shirt, like WWE to be more specific. And the reason why is that like recently I've been watching a lot of like older like wrestling matches, and I remember as a kid, like from when I was born until I was like probably like 7 or 8 years old, like wrestling was really like my life. Like I used to love like wrestling. Even at some point in my life, I actually wanted to do a career in wrestling, but I realized that like wrestling is actually fake and everything is scripted. So this is kind of like I was like, okay, yeah, I have to do something else with my life. But like I really like want those like vintage like wrestling from like the early 2000s, like Attitude Era. Like I know there's like the DX one that people like to wear, like the Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock. I'm really into there's Randy Orton, I think it's like a t-shirt, it says like a Legend Killer Tour, which I think is like so fucking nice. It's not the season right now to wear like t-shirts right now in Montreal because it's really cold and like there's a lot of snow, but I want to start to stock up on like those t-shirts right now, so like once summer hits, like I'm actually ready to like showcase my wrestling t-shirts. They actually go for like quite a lot. Like I did like a lot of research on like eBay and like all those like reselling websites, and like the good ones, like usually they go for like at least like $100 each, so it's a little steep for me. Like honestly, I don't like to pay more than like probably like 50, and even there like I'm pushing it. Like honestly, like unless I have kind of like this like emotional attachment to like the t-shirt, like okay, maybe I'll like spend a little bit more on a t-shirt, but honestly I don't like to spend more than like $50 on like any like type of t-shirt in general. Like so like I'll try to like scout like the internet to see if I can find a good deal, maybe if I can buy in bulk and have like a better price. So yeah, this is my very last item for the wish list. Alright, so this is gonna be it for the video today. This is my wish list for 2022, so hopefully you guys enjoy. And as you can see, like some of those items are pretty like expensive. I mean, like I said at the start of the video, where the concept of this video is kind of like being in a fantasy where like money don't really matter and like it's not a problem or anything. So you guys can follow me on social media. Like I always say at the very end of the video, I'm gonna put the picture right now, and hopefully you guys enjoy your day, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.